All right, let's talk about something that nobody in right-wing media wants to touch, but we all can see it with our eyes. Donald Trump melts down when challenged by a woman. And I'm going to play a new montage for you here. A dozen or more clips of Trump insulting, berating, demeaning, attacking female reporters. It's hard not to ask the obvious question. Is Trump like this because his dad didn't love him or his mom didn't love him? Oh my God, David, that's so harsh. Okay, listen, it's a little bit tongue in cheek, but this is the sort of resentment towards having his authority challenged by women that has to have some kind of root in his upbringing. And every time Trump says no one respects women more than me, he proves the opposite. So this is a montage from Ron Filipkowski. Watch it for yourself. And it's the same pattern over and over again. A woman asks a normal, serious question. Trump gets defensive. He interrupts. He insults intelligence, questions her motives, and escalates into rage, insults, and more. Remember a lot of these incidents? Some of these are recent. Some of them are longer ago.
Will you let me finish my statement? You are the worst. You're with Bloomberg, right? You are the worst. I don't know why they even have you. Quiet.
That's the infamous quiet piggy from a few days ago.
Fake news. When you say that, darling, that's fake news.
Well, why would
I don't
the
go to
Department
war.
of Defense?
Listen, be quiet. Listen. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second grade.
What he did, well, you don't know much about crypto. You know nothing about nothing. You fake news. But let me
Do it now.
You know, it's not the question that I mind. It's your attitude. I think you are a terrible reporter. It's the way you ask these questions. You start off with a man who's highly respected, asking him a horrible, insubordinate, and just a terrible question. And you could even ask that same exact question nicely. You're all psyched up. Somebody psychs you over at ABC. You're going to psych it. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. Oh, fake news, CNN?
Here, I'll hold it.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Wait till you hear this question.
Thank you, sir.
You should really say how great. Who are you with?
And the same to you, Mr. President.
No, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
You're with who?
ABC News, sir.
Fake news. ABC fake news. One of the worst. One of the worst in the business. But I'll answer you.
Official White House account to have it go out on that particular channel.
Give me a break. It was just somebody did it in fun. It's fine. Have to have a little fun, don't you?
Who are you with?
Politico, Dasha Burns, sir.
Gosh, Politico. Politico's gone bad. They've been so wrong about everything. Politico. Politico has been so wrong about everything. Let's get somebody else to ask some questions. Do you mind? Is that all right?
As a personal gift to you, why not leave it behind?
You're ABC fake news, right?
Why not?
It's only ABC. Well, a few of you would. Let me tell you, you should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet.
But he knew nothing about it, and we can leave it at that. You don't have to embarrass our guest by asking a question like that. Well, I haven't heard that. You're telling me. Who are you with? Who are you with?
I'm with NBC News, sir.
Fake news. NBC. You're fake news. What a NBC's gone down the tubes along with most of the rest. I think the license should be taken away from ABC because your news is so fake.
All right, listen, this goes on and on and on. I'm not going to play another 2 minutes of this. You get the point. Okay, you get the point. When men ask Trump confrontational questions, he gets snippy, but he doesn't implode. When it's a woman, he flips a switch and he goes from irritated to red-faced toddler mode in seconds. Now, I am not a psychologist. I don't think you need to be a psychologist to see something is happening here. Trump grew up with a father who showed no warmth, demanded obedience, rewarded cruelty, and Trump learned the way to feel strong is to dominate people, preferably someone he thinks he can get away with attacking. And female reporters, especially young female reporters, terrify him because they trigger in him something he can't hide. They're not impressed. They're not intimidated. They're not playing the submissive role he believes they should be playing and that he expects them to play. And so he snaps. And he says, you're stupid, you're nasty, it's fake news, terrible person, you're a horrible reporter. And he talks over them often like they don't exist. He'll lash out the moment he feels inadequate, which is basically all the time. And so I think that there's a bigger point here. This really isn't just misogyny. It's insecurity. It is fear. It's this lifelong wound that Trump is still bleeding from. And we're all suffering. I mean, listen, if you look at why are we, you might say, well, what are the political implications? So he's mean to female reporters, but maybe his tax plan is good. Okay. The way it manifests in a substantive way is that he is impressed by dictators, probably because of something very integral to who he is in his upbringing. He's not impressed. He's certainly not impressed by the female leaders of democratic nations, that we know. He doesn't seem impressed by the leaders, male leaders of democratic nations either. You know, we're not particularly close to Canada anymore. He doesn't seem particularly impressed by the French president, although I think, you know, he sees the French president maybe as better looking and in better shape, which is intimidating to Trump. But that's a reason why he doesn't like it. What Trump really loves is those who rule with an iron fist. And it seems to be part of the same complex here. A grown man who was loved and supported as a child just doesn't react to women this way. Look at former President Barack Obama, who we know about his upbringing. A confident man doesn't implode and insult women because he's asked a basic policy question. And a stable man would never need to humiliate women to feel big himself. So it might sound like a joke. Did Trump's daddy not love him enough? It's really not a joke, and it is having geopolitical consequences. If you care about accessing the full internet, like content not normally available where you live, private internet access is the best tool for it. Our sponsor, PIA, is the only VPN fully optimized for fast downloads and streaming, even in 4K. Choose from high-speed servers in all 50 US states and 91 countries, so you can access content that is blocked in your location, like on the web, on Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, or news sites around the world. I use PIA to watch Argentinian soccer and free BBC shows only available online to people who live in the UK. It's great. PIA also supports super fast peer-to-peer file sharing, which many VPNs will throttle or block. And my favorite thing that sets PIA apart is their policy of never logging your online activity, and they can prove it in multiple ways. Setup is simple. Open the app, pick a location, you're connected. You can run it on unlimited devices with a single subscription. Get 83% off, just $203 a month, plus 4 extra months free at piavpn.com/Pakman. The link is in the description.